Are we live? We're live here. Good evening, Gold Fever Radio. Well, talk about technical difficulties. So here I am. I'm in the RV here, and Lisa's supposed to start the show. When she goes in there, of course, she can't get in, or she's having problems, and so she hurries and calls me and tells me she can't get in. And I tell her what to, when you're trying to help somebody over the phone, it is tough. Anyway, so apparently she can't get into the show. She doesn't know what to do. And then I try to call her just to say I sent you an email on the Gold Fever Radio so you can come in on the link. And of course, it just goes to voicemail. So, good evening, everybody. There wasn't even an intro because I say I am on my cell phone. Josh Cooper, Steve Collier, hello, guys. Paul, hello. I'm trying to backtrack here a little bit, see if I can see everybody here. It's Wednesday once again, which is, I don't even know what the date is today. Uh, so I'm in Phoenix someplace. I can only drive like 3 hours a day. I drove about 3.5 hours today. That's plenty for me. I hate driving. So I'm at Camp Walmart and I'll stay here for the night and then I'll hit my destination tomorrow morning. So that's my plans. So Lisa says she's in the show, but let me see if I can somehow invite her in, invite guest in. Let's see. Nope, that's not that way there. Uh, see, add. Let's see if I can add. She says she's in the show. She's not in the show. There's nobody in the show. I saw her there for like 2 seconds and now she's gone again. Uh, you want to talk about nightmares? Talk about nightmares. Yeah, she just said she was in the show. So I just clicked on there. Okay, now it says she's back there again. Okay, add to. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, look at that. Okay, so now there's two people here. All right. Well, we'll just have to do it this way then.
Yeah, and I heard all the stuff that you said about me before too.
I didn't say anything bad.
Uh,
I said nothing bad. I just said how frustrating it is. But I said
it's
nothing bad.
frustrating on my end too when the thing doesn't work and I can't get it to work. So
I know. And then you call me like at 5 minutes to and tell me it can't work. And then we got to frantically try to figure it out.
yeah, well, that wouldn't be us if it didn't happen that way.
Ron Chase, hello. It is warm here. I'll tell you what, it's warmer out here in Phoenix than it is up there in the Kingman area. Robert Porch, hello. We're live. Yes, hello. We are live. So, all that's happening here, we got the treasure hunting rendezvous, the superstition rendezvous, Dutch hunters rendezvous this weekend. So, that's where I'll be. I know they're calling for chance of rain, so we might. I don't know. It'll go on rain or shine anyway. They've got a inside gazebo that they can do it on. So, but that's what's going to happen. So, other than that, I'm just sitting here in the camper inside Walmart parking lot. Hello,
Um,
everybody out there. I ought to close my blinds on up. I
That's
don't
your
need.
favorite place to be.
It is Camp Walmart. It's my
It
favorite
is.
campground.
By the way, mail still has not come.
Really?
Really.
Wow. Maybe something happened then.
What? They took us off the mail route?
Yeah, because they got mad at you.
Oh, and then I didn't. I was going to tell you this earlier before this stuff happened, but the electric company is doing something to help their whatever, and so they're going to shut power off next Wednesday at 11 o'clock at night till
Oh,
5 o'clock in the morning.
oh, wow. All night long, huh?
Yeah,
With no power. So,
yeah.
so what you got to make sure is we don't keep the fridge open and closed all night. So you got to get stuff out of there you want, and then you got to leave it closed as much as possible.
Well, by 11 o'clock, I'm ready for bed anyway, so I
Well,
don't.
that part's true too.
Don't plan on being there. Yeah. So anyway, today, you know what today is?
Today is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, November 12th, and
Oh,
it's National French Dip Day.
yuck! I never did care for French dips.
Okay. It's also National Chicken Soup for the Soul Day and National Pizza with the Works except Anchovies Day.
Wow,
Well,
cool.
you like pizza with the works.
I do like pizza with the works, minus the anchovies. But yeah, I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what else is there today?
That's it for today. That's all that I know about today. The famous birthdays today, actor Ryan Gosling, he's 45. Actress Anne Hathaway, she's 43. It would have been Grace Kelly's birthday, but she died in 1982. Tanya Harding, remember Tanya Harding, the figure skater?
She was a
Who,
knee cracker.
that's the one. She's 55. Megan Mullally, she was Karen from Will and Grace. She's 67. And Neil Young is 80 years old today.
Wow, congratulations.
That's probably not the same Neil Young who comes in the chat room.
Let's see. Robert Port says, I will be out tomorrow. Do you know what time the spot? I heard that the hike was going to be something around the noon hour, is what I heard. But it'll probably be whenever people are there. I know I'm going to camp up above. That's my plans, anyways. I kind of like that area up there. So it seems like there's less people up there, and then you can overlook the whole thing from up above. So, but I heard it was tomorrow around the noon hour. So Neil is not so young anymore. Ah,
Did you let everybody know that all the prizes were shipped out?
I did not. All prizes from the last wheel have been shipped out.
They were. Yes, they
There was
were.
like there was like 50 up
There
50
was a
boxes.
lot of them. There was a
Yeah,
lot of them.
I know. The price
Yeah.
of postage nowadays is a nightmare.
Yeah. So they got shipped out on Monday. So they'll be winging their way to everybody who was a winner.
Yes, if they haven't already got them, they'll be getting them soon. So yeah, Monday was a holiday. That's true. So
No,
that kind of,
yesterday was the
oh,
holiday.
yesterday, yeah, yesterday was a holiday, so that kind of screwed things up.
Yeah.
So uh, other than that, I haven't been out doing anything. I've got all my detectors packed. So after the rendezvous or the superstition things, then I head over to the Salome area for the Patreon outing. So channel supporters, Patreon people, you guys are welcome to come out to that outing there in Vicksburg. And then that'll be the following weekend. I'll be out there most of the week though after the superstition thing though, just to play around, and it'll probably be wet and muddy if it's raining. You know, they're calling for rain everywhere, so sometimes it rains, sometimes it don't. But so if they call for it, then that means you got to take precautions just in case. So that's what's happening.
Uh-huh. I have a question for you.
What's that?
Why do you think there aren't a lot of women prospectors? Here's the mail lady right now. The kids just told me, and I'm looking out the window and I see her parked at the thing.
All right, running late. It was a late day. So yes, so I should have a pair of sneakers and something in the mail.
See, she's putting it in the box right now.
All right. So where you at? You in the office?
I am.
Okay. So I ain't got a chance to get out and do a lot of prospecting lately. Uh, I'm lagging behind in that. I need to get out and do some prospecting. But for this weekend, anyways, I'll be spending the time at the rendezvous. So I'll be doing some videos of the treasure hunting and all of the stuff going on there, and speakers and different things like that. And then the following weekend, then I'll be up on the hill there. So then I'll be doing a lot of metal detecting and checking out the washes and all types of stuff like that. So we'll be doing a lot more prospecting the following. Rocky Mountain Prospector Brad. Hello, Brad. So that's my plans, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It's a long drive. It took forever. And it wanted me to go down 93. So it added another half hour for me not going that route.
Would 93 would have been faster?
Yeah, but I didn't want to go back all that way, down to go down 93 because of all that construction and everything.
I
So,
was awful last week.
so I guess it just as soon. But yet, someplace along the way, coming out of Chino Valley, there was traffic backed up for about a mile on doing some construction there and coming through. I barely made, I could see them all stacked up down there. So I hurried as fast as I could to hurry and get down in line, and I was the last vehicle they let go through. And I thought, man, I barely made that one.
Mm-mm.
So, so that's what's happening. So I'll get up bright and early, and I'll head over to there. So gotta stop, fill up with some gasoline, and fill up all the gas tanks and generators and everything.
You didn't
And
stop at any of the places I told you to stop at?
places you told me to stop at.
Any of the Mavericks that I told you to stop at? You
Oh,
didn't stop
I
at them.
didn't. I didn't see it. No, I passed the one there. I didn't stop at any Mavericks. I didn't stop yet. But I don't see any Mavericks from here to Superstition. I see one they're building in Gold Canyon. They say they're building one, but it's not opened yet.
You think it'll be ready by the time you get there? No,
No, probably not.
probably not.
So the new Gold Monster 2000's out. I know a lot of people is waiting for that, and I can tell you that it's definitely better than the 1000. So I do. I put my 1000 up for sale. We'll have to put in the next newsletter all the stuff that's up for sale.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. If anybody's got prospecting equipment they want to sell and want to put it in the newsletter, just send an email, goldfeverradio or yahoo.com, and we can add your stuff for sale in the newsletter. But so I think we should do that. And so, yeah, I think the gold, I mean, I'll probably never use the Gold Monster 1000 again since, the 2000 is so much better. But I keep hearing a crackling sound. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just things shifting or something.
Oh, maybe. Anyway, you didn't answer my question. I asked you a question right when the mail lady came.
Oh, how come there's not a lot of women prospectors?
Correct.
Uh, Probably because they don't want to get dirty.
And
They don't,
sweaty.
it's probably more like, how come there's not a lot of guys that play with Barbie dolls? It's just not that thing, It's, I guess it's more of a guy's thing, but there are a few ladies that do that, that enjoy it. They're not into all the that oh, I can't get dirty. Ooh, no, don't touch me with the dirty hands type thing. So uh,
Everybody else think along the same way? What the reason is?
no, I have the collapsible shaft on my 1000 too. That was the only way to go. That three-piece shaft was a dookie. See, maybe not many guys are good prospectors. Um, I know a few. Yeah, there's a few. I think everybody knows a few, but I guess it's more just a guy's thing.
Yeah, probably. I think that's
Women don't want to get dirty or get down in the mud and all of that. They're too primpy.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another question for you.
Okay.
What was the first piece of equipment you ever purchased?
Me?
You're the one I'm talking to?
I think the first piece of equipment we ever purchased outside of a gold pan was probably a sluice box. And I remember going up someplace and putting a sluice box in some water while you sat there reading a book. And I was running material through the sluice box in the stream of water.
Where was that? In the Bradshaw Mountains over there?
Yeah, it would have been over there, like, because that would have been from Gilbert. So
Yeah.
going up that back way up in there, one probably their pull off someplace wherever we saw running water at. We put it in the water there, and then I remember getting a dry washer, and we went someplace, and I was shoveling dirt in the dry washer while you sat there in a chair and read a book.
Well, at least I'm consistent. Okay.
Robert says, "Do you still enjoy it, Lisa?" She never has.
I enjoy you enjoying it.
Yeah. You enjoy it when I get the gold and then you take it from me.
Yeah, well, That brings me to my next question. Where did you find your first piece of gold?
I probably found my first piece of gold was there on probably below Payson right there when I joined that one club, that Mesa Gold Diggers. When well, no, that's probably not true either, huh? So I probably found it on, like a lot of people do, on Lynx Creek, playing around on Lynx. It's probably where I found my first piece at.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even really know what gold was until that one guy kind of was helping me out, showing me some stuff. And I used to say he showed me what gold was, and I showed him what prospecting was. Because once I got that, gold fever struck, and that was all it took.
Oh, that is all it took. You
Yeah.
did get struck.
Yes.
Go see. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Uh-huh.
What'd you ever do with the first piece of gold you found?
The first piece of gold that I found wasn't a piece of gold, it was a nail.
Oh, metal detecting.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I do
I
remember
found a
got you
quarter
up.
though.
You did. That was the one that was bent or shot or something, huh?
Yeah.
I do. I remember that, getting you out metal detecting once upon a time.
Yep, yep. With my F-22.
Yes. You Fisher. That is correct.
Uh-huh.
That is correct. All.
Yeah. Mm.
There's Half Bucket, Billy Z. Hello. You coming out there next weekend, Half Bucket? Out to the outing? We'll be out there. Yes, I pretty got links and that West River. Yeah, a lot of people start out at Lynx Creek. So
Mhm. Yeah.
yes, okay, cool.
And you passed the road to Lynx Creek today.
Uh
If you went
no,
down, yes, you had to. If you went down 69, you had to. You passed Walker Road. Absolutely you did.
not the way we used to go though. We used to go up Walker Road when you go into the town of Walker. When you pass the Costco or whatever that's right there, and you go all the way up there and you pass Lynx
Huh?
Creek. I didn't go that way. I didn't pass none of that.
You didn't?
No. When we were talking about all the roundabouts, and then there's a roundabout right there in Prescott. I went through Prescott with the whole thing, the main back part of all of that, and went through, where I went down in there and passed. I didn't even see the dealerships, I don't think. But
You
then I
wouldn't have seen
passed.
the dealership because you wouldn't have gone down Willow Creek. You should have gone down 89A that takes you to 69.
Yeah, because I passed Road right there,
Right, so
and
that's what you
then
did. So you didn't, in order to pass the dealership, you had to, at that last roundabout, you would have had to go right instead of going straight.
oh yeah, well I just went straight. So, and I guess I skirted the outside of Prescott, and then just yeah, it was a straight shot.
Uh-huh,
Straight shot here.
uh-huh.
And then I
So
typed in the wrong Walmart, so I went to the wrong Walmart about 5 miles out of my way. So I had to turn around and go back to the one I
well,
wanted to be in.
that couldn't have been easy pulling your trailer.
Camper and a quad trailer behind it. That's why I was limited onto where I could pull in to flip around to come
Mhm.
back out and all of that. So yeah, it's always a bitch when you're pulling a lot of stuff.
It is.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So let me tell you what happened on this day in history.
oh, what happened on this day in history?
Well, in 1933, Hugh Gray takes the first known photo of the Loch Ness Monster.
Okay.
In 1953, U.S. District Judge Grimm rules that the NFL can black out TV home games.
Wow.
In 1966, Buzz Aldrin takes his first space selfie performing extravehicular activity in space during a Gemini 12 mission. We were just talking about old Buzz the other day. In
Was.
1990, the World Wide Web is first proposed by CERN computer scientists Tim Berners-Lee and Robert Chillerlau, not Al Gore.
Oh, well, I wonder why everybody said Al Gore invented the internet.
He said that once. He
Huh?
made he said that he was instrumental in getting the World Wide Web started.
But
And
he's a
then
liar.
in 2021, a judge rules to end Britney Spears' conservatorship, which controlled almost all aspects of her life for 14 years. Her dad was in control of everything that she did.
I know that was sad. That was good. They finally did that.
14
Yeah.
years is a long time.
Do you know before the internet? Do you know what it was?
What was?
The internet.
There was no internet.
Yeah, there was.
What
Before
was it?
before the www came to play, they had what was called billboards. And a billboard was if you had like a modem and hard drive space, you could put, yeah, Paul said telegraph, LOL, AOL. You could have like, so if I had, say, a hard drive space, I could put games on my hard drive and people could log into me and download them. And you used to search them. They used to have a program called War Dialer, and it would dial numbers all night, and what it does is you're looking for that fax tone, and that's what links up to the other computers. And so you would call it the next day. Sometimes they're just faxes, and so it's nothing, but you would collect these billboards from people that set up the billboards. And then there was, if you got like onto the list of the billboards, they would tell you everybody else that had the billboards, so you could go download games or, you know, talk to people like that. That's what it was originally. Then they connected all of these stuff together and it became the World Wide Web.
Oh, I
Damn, we
see.
are getting old. Yes. Because I remember having that program called the War Dialer and dialed people's numbers.
Yeah,
That was way before the
I
caller
didn't think you were
ID
gonna.
and
I didn't think you were gonna go there.
yeah. Well, I didn't mention anything I did with it. I just said I used to
Oh,
call numbers
oh,
with it.
okay.
You
Okay.
could you
Yeah.
could put in a high low and a low number and it would just dial everything in between there. And it would just search for those fax tones, them numbers or billboards. You'll have to Google that. What was the billboard before the internet?
Oh, I
Because
will
that's
do
what they because that's what they called them, I believe, was billboards.
that. Oh,
Because see, I've always been in computers in one way or another, I reckon.
mm,
Yes, Radio Shack Tandy. I think a lot of people was. It was the biggest, bigger than. I remember where I worked at one time. We went in there and this big ass. It was a mainframe. I mean, it was a huge ass computer, and the boss would get on it and do some stuff. Then he would leave, and we'd go in, sneak in there, and we'd spend all afternoon just typing in passwords, trying to figure out how to get into this computer, but never could. Rotary phone, yeah. The number you have reached is no longer in service. Yeah.
well, it's just like
And
when
if you called the wrong number, then you had to start all over. And then they came with the push button ones where you pushed it. Yeah. Evolution has come a long ways from those old days.
uh-huh.
DeVry. Yeah, and then you had Microsoft and DOS, where so before Windows was DOS, and that was how you controlled everything was through DOS. Yeah, party lines too. You'd pick up and listen to other people talk on the other line. I need the phone. I'll be off in a few moments. Okay.
Well, I remember even before they had, when they had word processing machines, when I worked at Revlon, they had this thing called a Videc machine, and it was like one of the first word processors. It was this big ass machine, like it was a big TV screen, and you kind of like sat in it and typed on it. Yeah.
Mark Nye, hello. Robert Reiki, DOS 6.2. I remember DOS 2 point or 3.0, 2.8, I think it was, or 2 point. Wow. Yeah, that was many, many years ago when they had the DOS things. And then Windows came out, I think Windows 95, I think it was. I think Windows was, or I don't know if it was Windows or just Windows 95. And then from there, it just kept going up. Do you have 8 tracks in the car and house? Uh, no, I don't. But I remember working at their old radio station. They still used. They weren't 8 tracks. They were like
Oh,
4 tracks. But they called them carts, and the advertisement, the commercials was on these carts, and that was in the what early '90s that they were still using. CDs were out. I mean, we still using CDs, but yeah, they had carts. So I had an old Curtis Mathis television that had a turntable, an 8 track in it, and a stereo.
oh, like a big piece of furniture.
Yeah, it was a huge, big piece.
Yeah,
Yes,
my parents had that.
yes. It was a Curtis Mathis. It was one of those rent to own that you from one of those
Oh,
rent to own places. I got one, and I think I was working at the time, and I lost my job. So on the way home, I stopped and bought a new TV because I knew I was going to have time to stay at the
okay.
house.
That's funny
That
because you don't watch TV. That's funny.
half bucket, head, heart, hearth. It's hard for me to see the little writing on my phone. The first time I heard Elvis was on 8 tracks around '86. Microwaves and VHS players were like $400 plus. Yeah, I remember the old. They were beta tapes, and the beta was actually pretty good. Beta was better than your other stereo things that came out.
Yeah, that first VHS recorder that I ever bought cost me $900.
Yeah, wow. Karen Nye, hello. Yeah, and then I remember when the other ones. See, after beta, I don't remember who it was, VHS or something, but the beta was better quality, and so people tried to still get the old betas to keep them for a long time because of the quality of them. And now, yeah, then it was VHS. I remember filming weddings, and we were using Super VHS back then. Those
Yeah,
big old cameras you packed on your shoulder, and they were Super VHS,
they
SVHS.
were heavy.
And then you had to have special players. You had to have an SVHS player to play those. And then from there, then we went to your digital, small little digitals, and then eventually, when the market was going out of analog and all going digital, is when we said we're out of that business.
Goodbye.
Because we ain't gonna. I think the first 35 millimeter camera that was digital was like 12 grand or something like that, and there was no way we were going to spend that to continue in.
Yeah. Didn't we pay a lot of money for that big camera? That really big one? I took the little ones, but you took the really big one out. The recorder when you videoed. We paid a
Well,
lot of
yeah,
money for that camera.
we did, but then, well, photos was like Mamiya, I think it was, and Hasselblad uh, on the that was medium format. People wonder. We used to do weddings, is what we used to do years ago. DJ
Yeah.
and photo and video weddings, and we
There we
had
go.
a complete wedding package and stuff like that that we used to offer. And
Around everything.
we used to haul those big old albums and turntables out
Oh
to
no, I
do all
didn't do
that sort
that.
of stuff.
You did that.
Yeah.
I
Remember
did.
sitting by Coleman lanterns, passing the coffee can to make butter. I thought you were going to say passing gas. Lanterns passing is blocked. Oh, passing around the coffee can to make butter. What, by everybody shaking it, I guess? Buck Rackley, hello. I had a brownie. All right. That sounds good. I ate the rest of that spaghetti for dinner.
Oh, was it good?
Oh, it was good. Delicious.
Oh, I told you I made a meatball sandwich for lunch. It's
Yeah.
good too.
I bought some donut things like when I was inside of Walmart. And
Of course you do.
well, while I was kind of getting things organized and cleaned up, I was eating a few of them. Then I thought I
You
better
didn't,
just eat.
you didn't have enough coffee cake or regular cake to satisfy your sweet tooth.
No, well, it was while I was just organizing and cleaning up. Until I could get plugged into the generator to start up for the microwave. So
Uh-huh.
we had cream from the cow silly. All vehicles had cigarette lighters and high beam switch on the floor. Yes, they did. And your push down emergency brake was right there. Yeah, cigarette lighters, and you had cigarette lighters and stuff. Yeah, even if you didn't smoke, that's how you started the campfires with your cigarette lighters. But I remember getting the old milk from the dairy, and we'd try to beat mother to because she'd scrape off the cream to make the cream, whipping cream. But I used to like to shake it up because I love that thick milk. That was so good. So, anyways, okay, that's all reminiscing. So what's happening is this weekend is the superstitions, and next following weekend is the Patreon outing. So if anybody channel supporters, you guys are all going. If you need directions or you're planning on going and you don't know where to go, just send a email to goldfeverradio@yahoo.com and try to give you some directions. We had milk delivered to the house. Yeah, they deliver milk and cheese and eggs and butter and all that right to the house. The dairy man, the delivery man,
The milkman.
the milkman. Yes. Those were good old days. That's when life was simple and easy. And, you stay out and you'd play those games like kick the can and dodgeball and all of them. So I think it was called steal the flag or steal the bacon or something. And yeah, how things have changed, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Where, where the world is now.
yeah.
We're going to play in the dirt or mud this weekend. Yeah, we might. Hopefully not, but because I brought a dry washer. But hey, we'll deal with what it is. Whatever it is, we will deal with. I'm sure we can metal detect between raindrops. Actually, it's better for metal detecting after it rains because it takes all the heat out of the ground, all the static out of the ground. So that's what I heard, anyways. A friend told me that once upon a time. Metal detecting's better after it rains. So we'll say that that's true. So I'm going to bed early tonight just because I'm tired.
Because you
And
can, because there's nobody there to bother you.
yeah, no do for me tonight.
No, well, I'll let you know how that goes.
Okay, but so then I don't think I'll hit any traffic because I think traffic will all be going in the opposite direction. But so if I got another hour and a half drive, if I left here like 8:30, somewhere around there, even by 9, I would be there by 10. So
Yeah, you'll be fine. Leave it like at that hour. You'll be fine because most people will already be at work anyway.
yeah, we're coming in there to work off that freeway. I don't want to be on 60, where it's all crowded, but they'll be coming into town, not leaving
Yeah,
town.
right.
But I started to run into traffic just starting to come down here. I could see the traffic, and so I was glad I got to the spot where I did. So, but anyways, that's all I've got to talk about tonight.
Okay.
You got anything you want to talk about?
I do not. And maybe during the week when you're not doing anything, we'll figure out how to get the microphone to work.
Oh yeah, okay. So I don't know how I can't get into. What if I turn sideways? Would that help? Let's see. If I turn sideways, let's see what these things are here. Let's see what these are here. I was trying to see if I could get to an outro song. Uh, These are probably intro songs. Let's see. It is so hard to see because on the phone it's just so, yeah, so little. Alrighty. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to talk about. So I guess till we meet again, if you guys coming out this weekend or the following weekend, we'll see you guys out there. We appreciate all you guys. Thank you, all of you guys. Thanks for hanging and all of that. So until next week, take care, everybody, and we shall see you guys then. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I've got a quest, the gold is calling me. From the sunlit deserts to the old pine trees, chasing down dreams with a shovel and a plan. Through Arizona's dust to the California sand. Let's raise our spirits, we're in this together. Gold in our sights, chasing fortune forever. There's gold out there waiting to be found. Grab your gear, let's shake up the ground. From deserts to the hills, we're on a roll. Join me out there, let's discover our gold. I'm traveling far, from coast to coast. Alaska's chill to the Carolina boast. Every step I take with my heart full of fire, digging for treasures that I truly desire. Adventure awaits, can you feel the thrill? Join me in this quest, it's a dream to fulfill. There's gold